Guys, it's Cafetier Labyrinth with Mona in the Fatigable Heights. I am here to give you my review of the Real Housewives of Potomac Season 6, Episode 20, Reunion Part 3. As you can see, I'm in my pink. I decided to do it up a little bit for you guys, just so you know. Right. I don't know what this area do. That area, I like this. I'm gonna get my hair braided. Hopefully my hair gets braided today. Just a little something going back for now. Like, just give me a little new look. I need a new look. Alright. So now we're talking about Wendy, Osefo, and Robin, and the Eddie rumors. So Robin already knew about the rumor 4 months before the taping of the show. Filming was in March. And she brought up the rumors 4 months before that to Wendy. But she came on the show saying she didn't know what Wendy was talking about and all of this. Karen saying Robin doesn't lie and then taking it back under her breath. That was epic. Wendy to Mia, what are you talking about? Just stop talking. You're not even in this. Because Mia's trying to put in her 2 cents about Wendy and the issue she's having with Giselle and Robin about them not being good friends, not coming to her to have a discussion about the Eddie rumors, not being realistic, knowing that, okay, the blog that has talked bad about Giselle, that has said unbelievable stuff about Giselle, that has lied about Giselle, is the one that Giselle is bringing the tea from. So it just didn't make sense, as somebody who's been burned by that blog, why you would come trying to bring tea from that blog. It just didn't make sense. Juan and Robin are one big question sign. Like, literally, literally, it's like, what is this? I was doing some reading, and I've been reading that they're saying that Juan and Robin, well, there was Crazy Days and Nights had a blind item maybe last week or so, saying there are at least 3 people sleeping with a Real Housewives husband. And apparently, allegedly, they were saying that they were speaking about Juan Dixon. So Juan doesn't give anything on the show. Neither does Robin. Robin gives reluctant psychic, like, as an Aries, and I'm an Aries. For Robin Dixon, she doesn't come across as strong. And I understand when I watched the reunion episode when she said that she was going through the depression, but she didn't want to call it depression because she didn't want to admit that she felt like she could be depressed. Because Aries people, we do feel like we're super strong, we're extra strong. We know we take the world and we put it on our shoulders and we run with it. So that's something that I expect. Like, for my personality, excuse me, I don't know if she was born in April or what, but she's not really representing as a March Aries to me. For me personally, we don't sidekick like that. We don't kiki. We gonna let you know, like, what you're doing is not right. Even if you're my best friend, you gotta know it ain't right. I might not tell you in front of everybody, but you gonna correct that behavior. Robin doesn't do any correcting of Giselle's behavior. She actually just is there to back up Giselle's behavior and to, like, you know, that friend where it's like, I am the bully and I am the one that runs shit and I make everybody do what I say, and then you have the one friend that's like, okay, yeah, I'm with her. That's Robin. She's like, okay, yeah, I'm with her. I don't like it. I don't like how she's presented. I don't like how she's portrayed. I would like to see some strength coming out of her. Like, I've been saying that for like a couple months now. I would like to see Robin put her left foot in and her right foot in and get to it. Like, show us something. Especially, I understand where her saying that she was offered deals by TJ Maxx and Macy's that she didn't take because it's easier for her to kill e-commerce. Well, I'm excited for her. I want to see her do great things, big things. I just would like to see her really do something realistic, like have a realistic relationship that we can talk about. Like, it must be hard for you that every time somebody gives a dig, it's about your relationship. It's not working. It's not worth it to say you have somebody if that's what you have. Like, it doesn't make sense. Well, they did say that Robin's house is in her name. The new home that she bought is in her name, and they did say that she's making like decisions and choices to make sure that she protects herself this time, as far as the relationship with her and Juan are concerned. So I'm just hoping to see a change in that. Like, I'm tired of her. Like, she's like Ashley. Like, both of them are the same thing. I think they're beards. Like, allegedly, they do not represent as people that are in a real relationship. Because in a real relationship, you're gonna see shit occur. Like, you get in the car, nigga, I'm busting. You gonna put the window up, nigga, I'm gonna bust this shit out today. Like, you know what I mean? Like, let's see some real emotion, some real energy, something real coming out of this relationship. It's all like smoke and mirrors. I can't handle it. Um, Michael and Juan are missing as usual. They're probably together, having a bachelor party. Oh my God, Ashley, versus Michael versus G. So Andy's saying like the fans want to know why is it that you give Michael a pass for all of the things that he does and says to you that are disrespectful, but you were mad with G about talking about you sleep. She said Michael has never been over sexual with anyone overtly, and Andy says, yeah, but he did say he would eat one lollipop. So she says Michael can't even remember that, so I don't even think it happened. Andy said I will never forget it. Ashley, you put yourself into this corner of like naivety. Like, you're naive, but you're not. And we know, because when we watched the flashback on this episode of the reunion and saw Michael touch that guy's booty, you were right there and you saw him do it. You see what Michael do, you know, you are Beard. I just want to know like what's gonna happen. And I don't know. Juan doesn't represent to me like Andy asked, like, why does Michael say that Juan and Robin are not gonna get married? And she's like, well, they've been together this long, this and that. No, Michael knows Juan's secrets, and Juan, that was pretty nice of Juan to come and do the smoothing out and the reconnecting between Michael and Chris Bassett at the last episode, which is really cute, but it really wasn't really that cute because it just showed that Juan has some kind of power over Michael. I'm not exactly certain what it is. It's all confusion to me. G apologized to Ashley. They didn't meant to do this and that and that and this. That was really a good apology, and I really appreciate it. Good one, G. You know I like G. I don't have a problem with G, none at all. G's tongue, G was having fun, and I loved it. Chris Bassett spoke up to clear up the financial issues in his marriage. I was really glad that he did that because they spent the season trying to make it look like Chris didn't have anything financially and he was broken this and that. They spoke with Eddie about the rumors. Eddie felt it was scandalous, but as Wendy said, Eddie is all about us, me and the kids, and making sure that we're okay. Eddie doesn't make anything bother him like they. Halfway there, I said, oh shit, Chris Bassett is here. Why they're saying that he's riding Candice's coattails. Chris, he cleared that up, honey. He said, I'm not paying mortgage for an investment property, but for you and your mom, unless we're married. Like, okay, so Dorothy and Candice bought the property as an investment, and Candice lived in it, and Dorothy spends time in it, and he was dating Candice, or, you know, living with Candice, and he had his own place, and he was paying rent there, and he was paying rent to Candice for living with her, helping with the bills. And he decided not to pay mortgage until him and her were married, and I don't see anything wrong with that. I think that they spending some time trying to put Chris down and make it seem like Chris is, you know, like so broke and don't have nothing. Like, first of all, he's Caucasian. Michael Darby's Caucasian. Chris Bassett might not be a millionaire like Michael Darby, but it's just, that's the interesting thing between Candice and Ashley. Like, Michael does act privileged, and he's rude, and he's nasty, and he's condescending, and he has a lot of different negative adjectives that we can use to describe him. I like Chris Bassett, okay? From what I've seen of him on the show, I like him. I like his attitude. I like his way. I like how he tries to speak to his wife and tries to calm her down and tell her, like, this is not right. Don't do this and don't do that. And I like how he has her back too. And I like how he will come and apologize to Ashley for saying something or doing something that didn't make sense. And I like how he tries to make the peace between other people and his wife. And I like him. Okay? I don't like Michael Darby at all, for numerous reasons. Karen states that she has a real wedding and a real relationship, has nothing to do with Robin. Okay? Karen does have a real wedding and a real relationship. It didn't have nothing to do with Robin. Robin doesn't have a real anything that we can really see. Like, all of us using our eyes that are watching Real Housewives of Potomac could see clearly that that relationship was over 10 years ago. Michael's medical condition stops him from wearing his ring. Ding, 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 ding. Ashley, like, you take every excuse, everything from Michael. You just sound like you're like a tape recorder that's just here to dole out excuses for Michael Darby. Like, that's it. Like, we could just press play. Here goes an excuse for Michael Darby. Stop. Press play. Here goes an excuse for Michael Darby. Like, ongoing. It's very frustrating. I love Chris Bassett. And then in comes Nicki Minaj. Oh, shit. Nicki Minaj is here to stir the pot. She asked somebody something else, and Candace want to get in it. She said, whoa, Candy Child. This looks messy, and I cannot wait for next week's episode. This episode wasn't really given like it gave, but it wasn't given all that we wanted because we're waiting for Nicki Minaj to come in, and Andy actually walks out and goes off set to watch Nicki do her interview. So Nicki's going to interview and do the reunion, hosting for the final episode, part 4 of this 4-part episode of the season 6 reunion, which is, it's official, and she's here because she loves the ladies or whatever, but she's just here to ask the hard questions that from her and the Barbs. So I cannot wait for that. So next week is gonna be some shit. All right, so that I can tell you. So that's it for me for the reunion review. It wasn't really that much. I was on Twitter Space with JJAE doing a questioning about the Real Housewives of Potomac and us not seeing certain clips and certain backstories so we can understand where friendships were formed and where friendships were broken and where things happened at and so on and so forth. So that was an interesting conversation that I was listening to on Twitter Spaces yesterday about the Real Housewives of Potomac. I'm excited to see the new episode coming up, the final episode, because I do love the Real Housewives of Potomac. It's something that I look forward to watching every week, and I'm really looking forward with the line of questions that Nicki Minaj was putting down. I'm really looking forward to seeing that. I'm excited. I think that's going to be like my best review because I'm definitely going to spend time just watching it, listening, and trying to get everything we need to bring back to you. All right, so that's it for the Real Housewives of Potomac. It was a pretty short review. It wasn't too much going on, and I definitely would like to thank you for watching with me. Thank you for coming on to Coffee Tea or Labrish. It is Mona Indefatigable Heights, and I'm just gonna go right into the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. All right, so now we come into the second part of the episode where we have Jen Shah was arrested, and we have Jen Shah's charges, and the women are at the Vale, and they're still discussing all of the it starts with Lisa crying somewhere, and Lisa's feeling deceived. She feels like Jen is a different person from the one that she displays, and she feels Jen was meeting up with someone else, and she feels like she doesn't know Jen, and Jen is a liar and all of this stuff. Lisa's using words like betrayed, double life, I was rooting for her. Okay, Lisa, why is this about you? Like, Meredith comes in midway and she says, because there was some type of text messages going on and some kind of communications coming from people that they didn't know, and who was sending them and who was behind it. And Meredith says, I hired a PI who said that it was extraordinarily likely that the writing was from Jen Shah. Okay, Meredith. Um, Meredith. Meredith. Meredith is just a bag of fucking surprises, okay? Like, I don't even know how to tell you. Like, I don't know what's occurring with Meredith, but Meredith is just a bag of surprises she's a gift that keeps on giving in these 2 episodes, right? In Jen Shah's business, she's a gift that keeps on giving because she seems to know a lot more than she had said. And Lisa already had told us that I think Meredith knows more than what she's saying. All right. Mary comes in. She says, I've never seen good or potential in Jen. I knew what she was all along, and I've never seen good in her. Never, never. So, shit. Meredith is overly revolted and not, in no way will be filming with Jen anymore. She doesn't want to film with Jen in the house, the home, in the outside, anywhere, nowhere. Please, if you're filming with Jen, do not include Meredith. Meredith is done. Jenny calls Dewey, and Dewey says, text Jen and send her love. Like, she must be feeling like by herself and, totally like, out of the loop with everybody. And, most people are saying they don't want to have nothing to do with her. So Whitney was making eggs, and Mary asked for one, and can you make me the egg? And she knows she's not into Whitney. She knows she doesn't like Whitney. Like, you're just being a bitch. And Whitney's like, I do not want the pressure of making eggs for Mary. Mary, quite contrary. Like, why me? Mary doesn't trust Whitney. She asks for the egg, but then she doesn't think Whitney's clean enough, so she has to microwave the egg some more so that she can put some heat on it to get rid of Whitney's germs. Like, Mary, you're very contrary. Meredith comes in and says that she's stressed with the things that are going on with Mary because Mary left on her little tantrum to go off by herself. So the ladies are all discussing Mary now because by this time Mary's become very, very like rude and disruptive and just has a lot going on with her. And she's like, oh no, I can't. And she's done, and she's not trying to hear what Whitney's saying and this and that. So Meredith is stressed about things going on with Mary. Lisa steps in and says that she heard the people at the church are in awe of Mary, and Cameron said that the people look at Mary like she's God. So this is Lisa and Meredith having this conversation. Meredith is stressed. Lisa is saying she knows all about it and how the people are feeling. And Meredith is saying, well, I want to talk to her about it. I want to go to Mary and I want to bring this out in the open so we can get some kind of clarity. And Lisa comes in and says, well, I would like to keep Cameron's conversation private. So the same way I spoke with you and keep your conversations private, Meredith, you don't have permission to repeat after me. What? Lisa, what? Heather, Whitney, Jenny, and went dog sleigh riding, and Lisa's outfit is super cute when she's ice skating. Her, Mary, and Meredith are ice skating. So it becomes a Lisa Barlow show. The ladies are discussing Lisa, that's Whitney and Heather are discussing Lisa with Jenny while they're dog sleigh riding. And they said, well, why is it the Lisa Barlow show? Lisa looks worried about herself, the whole of Jen's tragedy. Lisa knows everything. Whitney goes, Lisa Barlow, stop sitting in sorrow, searching for dirt in your Balenciaga shirt. I died. I lay down and died. I rolled over. I cried. I died. I slipped. I slid. I don't know. That was everything. Okay? Okay, so Jen Shah is hearing, having her charges meeting with legal counsel, and she says she's not guilty, and of that what she's being charged for, and she doesn't know why this is happening to her. She cannot believe it. She never did this. She never did that. That was never what it was, and she's not guilty. So Lisa and Jenny are yodeling yodelers. Now we're back to the meal part for the evening, and Mary's being very, 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 very contrary. So Whitney says, I feel like I've been excommunicated from Mary's church. She goes on to say that people think Mary is God. And somewhere in there, Jenny sees the real Lisa. She says Lisa doesn't want to tell us what's going on because Lisa is saying that she wants to keep this confident and keep this private and hold this secret and all these secrets. However, she's not making any sense. So Jenny saw the real Lisa. Meredith comes out of nowhere because Heather is talking, and Heather is like, well, tell us, because we've been friends with Jen, and Jen's been charged with this, and we overlooked what we saw and knew, and what we felt to allow Jen to do this to people, fraud and scam, old people. She's like, and now you're telling me that our friend Mary is doing things to people at the church and being, doing things that we're not gonna like. So let us know exactly what's going on. So Meredith comes out of nowhere, and she's constantly blowing me away. She says to us, well, I talked to Mary about it today. Heather's like, I'm like, what? So she's like, Mary said every church is talked about, and Lisa says she believes everything she believes Mary, but she believes everything Cameron said. And he had severe religious trauma. So Meredith is like, well, severe religious trauma is like nothing, that's like the blankest thing that you could say. Like, what does that mean? And Heather's face is like she can't catch hold of all this that's coming out. So Lisa blurts out with Cameron mortgaged his house and gave Mary $300,000. Oh, wow. What? $300,000 to the church? To the pastor? $300,000. Why would you give her $300,000? I would not mortgage my house and give nobody $300,000. I would not mortgage my house and give nobody. Stop it. Now, next week is a doozy because all heaven's doors are being opened and the Queen of Glory, Mary, shall come in. I cannot wait to see next week's episode. It's days enough for me because Mary is going to let them have it. She's going to give them the business, and it's going to be all over, honey. All right? That's it for the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. And I wanted to talk about the Saweetie business. So Saweetie appeared on Saturday Night Live last weekend. I saw a new song, The Icy Chain. She did Tappin', and she did Best Friend, I think. I had to go back because, the girls and the boys have been dragging Saweetie for her performance. All of her performances, really. They've been talking about Saweetie for the last 2 years, I think. And even though they talk about Saweetie and Saweetie cannot perform and Saweetie this and Saweetie that, Saweetie just be getting these endorsements, Saweetie just be getting these performances, Saweetie just be getting pushed right up to the top. So I went and I looked at Saweetie's performance, and I seen where Saweetie is bringing the Saweetie's Cabaret to her performances. So she's bringing in a lot of that, and a lot. I don't know if they're trying to get her a Vegas show. I don't know. Her outfits are cute, and her outfit changes are cute, and so on and so forth. She's saying that she's going to twerk for her icy chain, for the icy chain, because if that's all we're going to twerk for, baby, I don't know. And she's tap in, and then the best friend. So this time on Saturday Night Live, so normally Saweetie is lip syncing. Excuse me. As far as I can see, she has been lip syncing throughout the years, and for most of her performances. And her performance is very dead. It's not like she doesn't bring it, and she's dancing, but she's barely doing the moves. like, I'm a tap tap, I'm a tap in, I'm a tap in, I said, y'all gonna let me lose my breath. But I got one more for you. That's Saweetie. All right. Um, Saweetie is doing the most, and because she is doing the most, um, you just you just have to take a look and see what it is. So I went back into her performances for 2021, and all the way up to the beginning of the year and so on and so forth. She's been doing her regular lip syncing, but I guess her fans have been complaining that she's lip syncing because she does actually gives no energy when she's lip syncing. And so for Saturday Night Live, it seemed like she was actually rapping her song. She was out of breath. I don't know if she was forgetting the words. I don't know. I don't understand what was going on, but she tried. She tried to step away from her last couple of performances. Actually, she is trying to actually rap. It's just that she needs to be in the gym. She needs to be exercising, and she needs to have like control. That's what she needs, control of her breathing, in order to deliver the songs. But because she's hosted by on lip syncing for these big performances, she doesn't have that. I like how she does her steps with her dancers, because that's what the industry is looking for right now. Can you put in them little moves and have two cute girls behind you and the three of you are in formation, get in formation, they're liking the formation look, and so on and so forth. So all of those things are good. The only problem we're having is that she's not a great performer. She's a studio artist. She makes okay records in the studio, but it's not delivering when it comes to performing. So I don't know how she got a McDonald's endorsement deal when she's talking about twerking for an icy chain and shit like that, and it's my 5-year-old son asking me to go to McDonald's. So that's a question I have to ask McDonald's. I don't really understand, but okay. I guess they're trying to get the people that twerk and Zola and all of that to come into McDonald's and buy food. Other than that, yes, so her best performance for the year that I've seen was actually at the MTV EMAs. She didn't do bad at the MTV EMAs the other day when she had on the thing. That was the best thing I saw compared to everything that I've seen for the last year. What we're seeing is Pretty Privilege. That Saweetie song, Pretty Privilege, her Pretty Privilege is going to get her exactly where she needs to go. Regardless of if we like her or not. Regardless if we accept her or not. Regardless if we're giving her accolades or not. I don't know what kind of awards they're going to give to her. Best new rap artist, this and that and all of that. I don't see where she could take none. Her best songs are her collabs. And it's the other artist that brings the actual energy that she needs. And so it's like, I don't know if she puts too much time into dancing and not enough time into bringing the actual song because she's lip syncing. She just doesn't she doesn't care like at half the time. So she's not showing that she's serious about the music, the performance, or anything like that. So I think it's maybe her handlers and the people that are behind Saweetie that are pushing her. So I think based upon like where she's gotten to so far, she may rise to the very top, giving us mediocre performances, mediocre songs, mediocre work. Like, just by her looks. Like, it's her pretty privilege. Like, so being pretty in the music industry is all it takes to get you to where you want to go. Being pretty and, accepting things that are thrown your way or given to you and, whatever she's been doing. That's basically it. I'm not showing anything that makes me excited about Saweetie other than her face and her body. Like, her body is done. It looks good. It was done well. She knows to walk. She knows to strut. She knows to pose. Her body. That's the most thing that I can say. All right? I don't know what's going to happen for that, but we'll keep an eye out for Saweetie. I think I'll do a Saweetie piece and just bring some like videos and everything just to show. I may not, because I don't know if it's that important, but I did want to talk about it. Performance for Saturday Night Live, it was mediocre. I would say a 1 out of 3. Basically, it wasn't that great for me, and I think that she is listening, and I think that she does listen, and she is trying. So it was an improvement from the lip syncing and the lower energy performances that she's done. But it's just like, oh, you throw it, it's not like, no, it's like, that's what it is for me. So I don't know. Hopefully, I know we're gonna see more of Sweetie. Hopefully, she'll know how to bring it and give us the energy that we're looking for next time, so we can have better luck next time with Sweetie's performances, or some real artists will come out and I don't know. I mean, there's an agenda, so it's only what we're gonna see. It's this light skin. Yellow Bone is what he wants. We're gonna see the Yellow Bones. They may not have no talent. They can't sing. They can't dance. They can't do a lick of nothing. But they still will be paraded in front of us as the best things that have been released since whenever. Okay, so that's it for Sweetie. I wanted to talk about that a little bit. I want to talk about Young Dolph too. Young Dolph, he was rest in peace, Young Dolph. He was killed last week. Young Dolph was killed last week, and it's been a lot of talking and he's been trending in the news. Trending. His family just released a statement. Hold on. They said that there are no words that exist. He was killed on November 17th. So today's the 25th. 8 days ago. He was 36 years old. Young Dolph is a rapper, a Memphis rapper, and he was killed in a fatal shooting at a Memphis-based cookie shop earlier this month. His family have stated that there are no words that exist that sufficiently express the pain we're feeling as a family. Losing Dolph changes our lives forever. He was born in Chicago and raised by his grandmother in Memphis. He was known for giving back to his community a lot. He was there giving out turkeys before he was killed at the cookie shop, Makita's cookie shop. The family also said they found comfort in knowing that he leaves a legacy that reflects his heart. He was a good man. A heart that was for his family, a heart that was for the people. And they said that we're grateful that his godly obligation to show kindness to the world is being acknowledged. They were blessed as a family to call him a family member, and we have the honor of calling him an angel, a role he has always played. In the wake of his death, the cookie shop will remain closed for the rest of the year as his hometown mourns him. It says that they're going to rename the rapper's favorite chocolate chip cookie after him. And they also had a statement with a quote from Rudyard Kipling saying, "If you can talk with the proud and keep your virtue, or walk with kings nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you but none too much, if you can fill the unforgiven minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and which is more, you'll be a man, my son." So the entertainment industry have acknowledged him as a legendary artist and person who has loved millions of people. All right. I wanted to talk about this because in the year, I believe it was 2019, Young Dolph posted a series of tweets between Tuesday night, January 29th, and Wednesday morning, January 13th. I think it was 2019. He says, "The record label has been bullshitting. They won't let me drop any new music. I knew I should have never signed this fucking deal," in capital letters. He said, I have a confession. I signed 2 deals in 2018 and signed a deal in 2015. So now that it's out that I'm not some big independent superstar and I've signed 4 deals like everyone else, I wonder if all the rappers gonna stop hating now. Sorry for shitting on you guys knowing damn well I got a major deal. Okay? It was deleted. It was tweeted and deleted January 29th and 30th. Alright? And his last musical release was in September of 2018. Now, his label is Paper Route, and they got a distribution deal with Empire. So he's with Paper Route Empire. That was the last deal. I don't know. So in 2017, he discussed his independent status on the Breakfast Club. He had already signed a deal in 2015. In 2017, he discussed it coming out as an independent artist, which he was not. He said they can look at the fans can look at me and be like, damn, we ain't got to be in a rush to sign a deal. We might get hot first and we can just go crazy, have our structure right, have our whole business and everything right, and really get our money and be prepared for it when it comes. It's different now. The whole game is different now. You got to know how to take advantage of it. This is XXL magazine talking about the fact that he confessed to having signed 4 deals previously. So it says it's unclear which label deal Dolph is talking about in these tweets, but hopefully he can get this all started out sooner than later. So Young Dolph has made headlines for being an independent artist that's done really good. The issue is he was complaining in 2019 that the label wasn't allowing him to sign a major deal. So what I'm saying is this. According to Young Dolph's tech tweets in 2019 and the conversation he had on the Breakfast Club in 2017, he was placed out here into the music world in 2018 as someone who was an independent artist that had made it big. That was the role he was given to play. Even though he had signed 4 deals. Alright? It was the agenda for him to be placed in front of the world as if he had not signed any deals and he was an independent artist and he would be able to go where he went and be able to do what he's done, but it was not so. This was a plan and a trick of the music industry and the label that he signed with, or whoever he made that decision with, to make it seem like you can be an independent artist and you can get there independently. And then once you get there independently, then you receive, your backing from, the high label. However, this isn't what happened. He was paid to pretend like he ain't got no deal when he had four like everybody else. Everybody got 4 deals they sign. You sign. When you done, you got nothing. You owe everything. All right? This is the record contract that we're talking about now. And this is where I like to get into it. This man already did something that he was not supposed to do. He came out and told that information. He made a confession and he was not supposed to do that. So they weren't allowing him to make music. It was no way for him to make music because he was not an independent artist. He was signed to labels and the label would not allow him to make his music. And he was mad and he was griping about it. And he probably would have done more if they hadn't stopped him. All right? Now, this whole setup about this man being killed at a cookie shop after he was giving out turkeys and all this, it's obviously a setup. Now, he was beefing with Yo Gotti. Yo Gotti is also from Memphis, right? They were locked in a rap battle for a number of years. Um, they exchanged subtle diss tracks towards each other. XL Magazine says Gotti will be releasing a new album since Dolph's death. Gotti and Dolph were both raised in Memphis, Tennessee, and they became competitors once Dolph rose up on the southern hip-hop scene. We don't really know why they started feuding, but tensions continue to mount. Dolph named his debut album King of Memphis, a title that fellow Memphis rapper Yo Gotti had repeatedly referred to himself as, so I guess he took his title. On February 11, 2016, Dolph alleged that Gotti wasn't a fan of his growing success. He went to Twitter to post, "Bro went from being my #1 fan and wanting to sign me to be my biggest hater." In 2017, Gotti's artist Black Youngster took to Instagram to record an expletive filmed video that he was going to smack the shit out of Dolph. Black Youngster upped the ante by allegedly showing up in Young Dolph's neighborhood in Memphis with several of his posse who were heavily armed. Gotti spoke about Youngster's antics in an interview with Tim Westwood. He said, "Little homie on the team, so I'm always going to give him the proper advice that I believe I should give him from like a big brother standpoint or just being the homie standpoint. My advice, you know I don't move like that. I'm going to always tell not only him but any youngin, don't handle your business like this." In 2017, Dolph sat down with the Breakfast Club to talk about him and Gotti. He said, "It ain't no issue, it ain't no beef, it ain't no nothing. It's just a whole lot of misunderstandings and some stuff I don't respect." However, he continued to say that Gotti was lame throughout the interview. He went on to recall his first time meeting Gotti, where Gotti used collective music group Zed Still and Starlittle to convince him to join CMG Records. He said, "It's my first time meeting you, and you going to really sit and downplay your artist and throw your artist under the bus to try to persuade me to come over there?" He said he'd been targeted since he was 17, 18, 19. That he grew up in not the best surroundings. He said he'd been hustling. He said, "You've been seeing it for so long that you start to partake in it." He said, "I clocked in when I was 12 and never clocked out." All right. And he said he was shot before over 100 times. His SUV was reportedly shot at over 100 times at an intersection. He walked away unscathed. Then he was shot at again in Hollywood, California, and he was in critical condition, and he survived the attack. All right, so he had the beef with Young Gotti that was driving a lot of his beef situation as far as who Young Dolph was beefing with that we know directly. The world knew about that. All right, since he died, the police released footage of the killers because they had the footage of the killers right away. Then we got pictures of the killers coming in, right? It was, hold on. They had heavy artillery. And then there was an earthquake after he died. A 4.0 earthquake. That was crazy. That was a shift in the atmosphere. So I don't know if they was using a weapon or what the hell was going on. They done killed this man and had a 4.0 earthquake after. All right, so there's a lot of stuff going around right now about Young Dolph. The car that the killers, what's being said is that they're now tying his murder to a double shooting after a football game. The car was found parked at a house that the people that own the cookie shop own or live in. Dolph might have owned the house. They shot a video there. And then when they went in the house, there was a body in there. And then somebody else got killed there. And then a little bit later on, the cookie shop owner's nephews was killed at the mall. So it's reprisal killings and so on and so forth. It's a lot of reprisals, a lot of things going on. And nobody is not playing with these people. So, you know Memphis is deep and so on. I don't know it. I don't know Memphis. I don't know none of them people. I'm just giving you the tea of what I heard. what I seen in the DM, what I seen in the news, what I see on the internet with my eyes. So the car that was used in his killing was used in another homicide earlier this month. The rapper shooters arrived and fled in a white Mercedes Benz that was then located by police on Saturday in a Memphis neighborhood. They found the car evidence found in the car tied it to a November 12th shooting in the city of Covington that left one woman dead and another injured. In the shooting, the driver of the Mercedes followed another car out of a high school football game, and they went and shot up the woman. Well, they shot up the car and whatever, I don't know. That part is not being too much shown. So the part that is very interesting, they're saying the people that own the cookie shop might have something to do with it. Their family member was killed. Hold on. All right, so that's what the news has. All over the other places is where they're talking about the conspiracies and all this stuff about what it got to do. Because they said that after Young Dolph, so they say Young Dolph was in the... You finished?
I just got to put the mattress on the top bunk and I'm done.
Oh my God, high five.
The stairs gave me an hour worth of time.
Oh my God. Okay, so now we can... What are you doing now? No, that's your shirt. I gave you that shirt.
Oh, okay.
Not the white one. The white one needs to be washed. That I gave to you.
Okay.
Actually, I think I could take it back because I need it.
Sure. I'm about to put the top bed mattress on the top bunk, and then I'm gonna put the old bed underneath the bed.
Right. And so I'm ready to go outside. I'm finishing my video, and then I'm ready to go outside.
All right. Then.
And so I need us to know what we're getting.
Ribs.
So just make a little list.
I don't like it.
All right, so excuse me. Papa, I don't know. So anyway, them said he had a friend, Key Glock. Key Glock deleted his Instagram. He cleared his Instagram and deleted deactivated his Twitter. The owner of the shop said that Young Dolph walked into the store to buy cookies, then somebody drove up and shot and killed the rapper, and that he was hit while he was buying the cookies. There was one male victim that pronounced dead following the shooting. Glock had been working hand in hand with Dolph for years. They just released the Paper Route Illuminati album this year. And Glock just released his new album Yellow Tape a few days ago as well. Alright, so I don't know why Key Glock deleted everything. I don't know if there's like evidence on it. What I wanted to talk about was the Soulja Boy. It's a lot of stuff out there. Okay, so Soldier Boy was in the news talking about Young Dolph, talking about him dying, like gloating about it, making fun of it, talking about he should have been in his DMs. Then you had somebody named Corey Boy, something of that boy, CEO, somebody that was in Soldier Boy's DMs asking for the money. Soldier Boy said he paid out money to get Young Dolph killed, allegedly in the DMs. And I don't know if it was his DMs. I don't know if it was fake DMs. I don't know what it is, but it's a lot going on. I don't know what Soldier Boy got to do with it. I don't know what kind of beef they had. I don't know. So prior to his death, Young Dolph and Soldier Boy were reportedly at odds on social media over money and their careers. So Dolph went to Instagram on November 10th, to slam Soldier Boy, saying, "How the fuck I'm an independent artist and getting 100 racks plus for a show? How the fuck a Key Glock got more cars and ice than you and your CEO?" Soldier Boy caught wind and snapped back, right? And that's big cap. Um, he said they signed to at Empire. I'm really 100% independent, no cap. All right. He then went on to address Dolph and his team directly via Instagram videos, right? "Man, Young Dolph, if you don't get your bullshit ass artist out my motherfucking DM, nigga." He said, "Sir," he said, "what the F you talking about? He thought he was bulletproof till he got shot like Dolph. And you the one getting shot at 100 times? Ain't you the one getting popped and shot at all the time?" He said, "Y'all better get out my DM. F Paper Route, F Key Glock, F Young Dolph, F y'all nigga, y'all." So he's talking about the shooting that he got 100 shootings or whatever. So it's not sure if Young Dolph if responded to Soldier Boy's message or whatever. But then after that, Dolph was killed. All right. On 2 days after he was killed, Soldier Boy went to Instagram Live and he talked for 30 minutes. He said that the shoe was on the other foot and he had been killed and people would have laughed. It would have been a whole bunch of ha ha ha. Soldier Boy should have kept his mouth shut. He did not want to share any condolences as he claimed that he had been previously threatened by the late rapper's management team. He was also pulled from 2 shows. Soldier was pulled from 2 shows on the 2021 Millennium Tour, one of which was in Memphis for precautionary reasons. The organizers said the safety and welfare of our patrons are the first and foremost priority, and they will stop at nothing to make their patrons safe. And there was no safety with this whole beef with Soldier Boy and Young Dolph, and since Young Dolph was taken out. All right. And so that's it. So there's a lot of like things happening. I'm not sure what's occurring. They dropped Soldier Boy from some shows because of Young Dolph. He was dropped from a show on November 19 also. All right, that's the same show. Dolph's death came up just a week after Soldier Boy said he put $100,000 bounty on his head. A week before Dolph was gunned down, Soldier Boy was on Instagram Live speaking to his followers when a fan brought up Dolph's name. He said, "Man, today was about me and Kanye because me and Kanye just made amends. You feel me? How we end up talking about Dolph? Clout chasing people. Man, stop playing. I put 100,000 ball on his head." And then he ranted about Dolph. So then the next week, Dolph was killed. So that's what happened and that's what occurred. So he got beef with Yo Gotti. He got some lame beef with Soldier Boy. Soldier Boy saying he put 100,000, and then somebody was in Soldier Boy CEO Bobby. Is that his name? See, I want to bring it. Excuse me. I want to bring that part because I just want to make sure I give y'all a little bit of what's being said out there. CEO Bobby. All right, so CEO Bobby was showing Soldier Boy's messages when he was right. Oh, since I don't know if they fake or real, but he's like, oh yeah, you gave me. Soldier Boy's like, I gave you 100K. That's what was the plan, and he said, well, I'm hot, so I need 50K more or whatever. And Soldier Boy's like, all right, or whatever. So I don't know what that got to do with it. Uh, I don't know what it got to do with it, but it got something to do with it. So they got all of this on the internet, guys, where you could go figure it out, read it. I don't know. I could bring it. Like, I actually want to see what's gonna happen with the case of Young Dolph, because they actually arrested people. Um, the mystery people is that I want us to see what's gonna happen. I want to see. They're hunting for 2 suspects. I don't see that they've arrested anybody yet. I haven't seen that. The search is on. I think they're gonna find the persons. So that's it. I wanted to bring that tea to you because Young Dolph is all over the news. He's all over the internet. He's trending. I feel bad because he seemed like a good person, and he was giving back to the community and being philanthropic and all of that. It just reminds me of the Nipsey Hussle, and I don't even know Nipsey Hussle. I never did anything. I didn't even study. I didn't read nothing. I didn't even care because it's just something that happens all the time. Like, these rappers are not really bad people. They're not really gangsters. They're not doing that. These are people they pick up and put out here and give them to us and create a storyline and a backstory and all this stuff for us to believe. And these people are actually ending up dead. Why are these people, like, for me personally, he had 3 people beefing with: the record company, he was beefing with the label who he was complaining about that wouldn't let him release the music. He was beefing with them. He was beefing with Yo Gotti. He was beefing with Soulja Boy, and I don't know who else. When we find out and when they arrest somebody for it, then we're gonna know exactly what happened and what occurred. So that's what I wanted to bring to you. All right. I also wanted to say we are excited and happy that Ahmaud Arbery's killers were convicted. They were found guilty, each and every one of them, all 3 of them that chased that man down and killed him in that manner. Yes, they are all guilty of committing the crime of murder, and so therefore they in this case we definitely do believe justice will be served. So I'm excited about that. The whole world is excited. Rest in peace to Ahmaud Arbery. We're sorry to have heard that. And that's all I have for that today. So we just wanted to say we're excited, we're happy about that. When I seen that video of that man running and them people killing that man like that, it was too much for me, and I am glad to know that his killers will get justice, and that justice is being served. I need justice to be served for Young Dolph next, so I can see what exactly is going to happen. We'll talk about it. We'll see what they do and what it is. It's been Cafeteria Lab with Ramona in the Fatigable Heights. I'm done talking for the time being, and then we have talked about all the stories that we wanted to talk about today, so I can just give you a little feedback on what's trending and what's happening and what's occurring. And we'll also be doing an update on the Young Dolph story. We'll also be doing an update on, I don't know, I think we're gonna do a Saweetie piece. Like, my pieces that I want to do, I don't know if I want to do Saweetie like that, because she's like she's just lacking substance to me. I just feel that way. I don't know why, but that is what it is. And so therefore I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you for giving me your energy. Let me know what you think down below. Do you think that Saweetie is being like pushed by the industry for some reason, that it's totally unnecessary? Like, we have better artists out there, better people, and we don't know why she's being pushed in this manner. Do you think that she deserves to be pushed like this? Do you think that she has a backstory that she deserves to be a star, a mega star, superstar, or whatever, where they're trying to get her to go? What do you think about Cardi B's hosting of the AMAs? What do you think about the review? What do you think about Chloe Bailey's performance? What do you think about the Real Housewives of Potomac review? Do you think that Nicki Minaj is going to bring the shit next week? Or do you think that the girls are going to give her hell? Let me know what you think about this whole thing with Jen Shah and the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Just drop a feedback, drop a comment, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you're notified when I upload a video or I go live. I want to thank you for sitting with me. Thank you for giving me your energy. Once again, it's been Coffee to Your Lavish, and I love you to death. And you have a great Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you all. Bye bye.